Welcome to Apply Yourself. Apply Yourself is my example of poor findability. I believe that will be pretty immediately apparent. Let me just jump right in. So this is the first page that you come to as a user. In order to search for an applicant, which is the primary reason you would come to the site in the first place, you first need to select your system. You can see there's several to choose from, which gets into the problem of fragmentation, which I haven't even addressed yet. That's for a different assignment. But if I come to application for admission and then search for applicants, now I'm finally to the main search page. So you can see that you don't see the standard search box, which is fine, except for that in this case it's not fine, because instead what it's giving us are several different boxes, search boxes, which it is defining for us what needs to be entered in each, which is workable, but it's certainly less than ideal. You can see it allows you to search by a couple other search options as well. I can search by creation date, I can search by submission date, but not both. And you see as soon as I even click into one of these boxes, I lose that ability as well. So it really is one or the other. So in large part, the only way that this is useful is if I know the exact applicant that I'm searching for. What tends to be more useful is the search using query option that you see here at the bottom. You can also search by group and search by action. Both of these are essentially meaningless. I won't waste your time looking at those. But search by query is the most frequently utilized search method within Apply Yourself. You can see there are some built-in system queries, which are rarely, if ever, used. Those are system queries that every single Apply Yourself user can use, so they're not specific to our school or our programs at all. And then we've got our user queries. You can see this long list of user queries. And then the main problem with this is that there are no naming conventions. It's not immediately apparent to me what any of these queries do, and there's so many of them. I really could not trust that selecting one of these queries, even if I was looking for admitted applicants to our Business Edge program, I don't know if this is giving me Business Edge admits for a particular term. I don't know what other criteria is in there. So what I do instead, and what most users do instead, is come over here again and navigate to the Manage Queries page, where I can see that long exhaustive list of queries again. You can see there are some folders that are not being utilized at all, or certainly not well. And there's a little bit more information here. I've got this description column, but again, there's no convention to this. It's ad hoc. You can see a lot of them are just cut and pastes of the name, which is not useful at all as a user when searching. Unlike with my Etsy example, and there's that great element of discovery, none of that is here, and unfortunately in this case, this is where it's really needed. It's a necessity in this case. For instance, if I run one of these queries, that I've spent some time completing and creating, and I get my results, so let me do that. I'm just going to randomly run one of these queries. I don't know what search results I'm going to get. So I've got 24 results. Now, once I get to this point, maybe I decide, you know what, I searched by program, I searched by term, but I really should have added an element of decision. I only want to view those who are actually admitted for that program and that term. There's no going back. It literally is starting from scratch, which is a time waste and not something anybody wants to do. The last piece that I wanted to highlight is the search page, the search results page itself. You can see we've got name, we've got email address, a couple of other system-defined fields, and that's it. So for me to validate that these are relevant results and they are the results that I'm looking for is very difficult. you can see that overall this does not at all meet our definition of good findability.